Hi Christmas crew! Hobby Lobby finally has their Christmas decor and crafting supplies out. I absolutely love wandering up and down the aisles of all the decorations and accessories, but my favorite place to shop, honestly, is the crafting supply section, and all of their Christmas is finally on sale at 40% off right now. So you know I headed there to grab some cool supplies to make you some awesome Christmas crafts, and that's what we're doing today in this brand new video. Before we get started, I want to say hello, my name is Shannon, and I want to welcome you here to the Cozy Christmas Cottage. Hobby Lobby's bead selection is always so great, and these adorable peppermint beads just spoke to me and needed to be created into something. So I grabbed them. They're only $4.99, but on sale they were only $2.99. I also grabbed a Dollar Tree coffee mug and one of their flexible cutting mats. We're going to make a cute faux coffee, hot cocoa, whatever you want to decide yours is going to be. We need to close off the top first, and that's what we're going to use that flexible mat for. So just trace the top of your mug, cut your mat down to size, and hot glue that circle onto the top. Now we need to make the whipped cream for the top of our Christmas drink. We're going to do that with the help of one of these cake decorating kits you can find at Dollar Tree. I just picked one of the tips that looked like it would be kind of a whipped cream effect. And then we're going to use some of this lightweight spackling, which I found on Amazon, and I'll link down below in the description box for you. We're literally going to use this for the frosting or the whipped cream of our mug, but is going to harden and you can leave it set out, which is so cute for your Christmas kitchen or tiered trays for the holiday season. You just put it in like regular frosting, close up your bag, and then start piping that onto the top of your mug. Now, I'm not going to suggest the Dollar Tree piping bags. I don't know, I just had a lot of trouble getting it to look nice, so I'm going to blame the bag on that, but it does still work. We still got that fluffy whipped cream effect. And then you could decorate this however you want before it dries. Added that peppermint from Hobby Lobby, also a faux candy cane, and then I found these adorable, are these not the cutest things, little faux sprinkles on Amazon. I'll link those down below for you too. And I used a pair of little tweezers to add those little mini sprinkles onto this. And then you just let it dry, and it is so cute. You can get so creative with these, have fun with it, decorate it with different things in different colors, use different mugs. So cute, like I said, for your Christmas kitchen. Hobby Lobby also has some of the best wood decorating pieces. I feel like a very good big selection, from teeny tiny little pieces to really intricate laser cutouts and bigger pieces too. This nativity is the one that kind of grabbed my attention. It looks so pretty and fancy, but it only cost $3.49, and at 40% off it was only $2.10. So a really great deal here. We're gonna really dress this up and make it look nice and fancy and high end. To do that, I'm using some brown acrylic paint and just giving the entire thing one coat and letting that dry. We're also gonna have this set up, so I grabbed one of these wood slices from Dollar Tree and just gave that a same coat of the same brown paint we did the nativity. Then we're going to come in with some white chalk paint and give this sort of a whitewashed effect, dry brushing the paint onto the top of this nativity. Just one coat. We still want to see some of that brown paint showing through. Now we're going to grab some of these tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree or some extra little pieces of some scrap wood that you might have. Paint those the same brown color. As I said, this is going to sit up for us, and to do that we're going to use those tumbling tower blocks to help it. So first we're going to take our nativity scene, use some hot glue, add it to the bottom of the wood pieces, and then center that on top of our Dollar Tree wood piece or the base piece for this set. So to make sure that this sits up and stays sitting up, we're going to use those tumbling tower block pieces or our scrap wood pieces. Two of those, one on each side. You're going to add some hot glue to the bottom and also one of the longer sides, and then press that down onto the base wood and up against the back side of your nativity. So here is a close-up look. You really won't see these once we turn this around to the front side, but we're not quite done with this. To dress it up even more, I grabbed some of these fairy lights from Dollar Tree. We're going to hot glue this onto the back side of the nativity. I thought it'd be pretty to put one of the lights right in the middle of the star so that would glow, and then we're going to just kind of use some hot glue to tack this down as we wind this around. My only tip here is to add those lights to the holes so that you can see some of the lights shining through the front. The rest of the lights, once you turn it on, will just kind of illuminate the background of your sign, and it looks so pretty sat on a shelf. The most amazing thing about this project is it looks so pretty and high-end, but it cost less than $5 to make this whole thing. This next Hobby Lobby wood find almost made me cry in the store because my pawpaw actually made these by hand in his workshop with a scroll saw. And we've had these for years and years. My parents have them at their house and they go out in their Christmas decor each year. I wish I could have found a picture. I hunted it. I couldn't find a picture, but it just was crazy to me that you could get a set of 2 of these for $10 at Hobby Lobby or $6. Once you get that 40% off, you get 2 of these wood reindeer. Had to buy these, had to kind of make my own version of my pawpaws that I'm sure he used a kit for whenever he was woodworking. But we're going to do my own style here and just taking some of that same brown paint we used for the nativity and giving these pieces just one coat. I still wanted to see some of that wood grain showing through here. Once that dried, flipped them over and did the other side as well. And once it was dry, we're going to whitewash again just the antlers here. So when I started doing this, I just did these whole pieces. And once I put this together, I realized that I whitewashed the ears too, and it looked really funky. So keep watching. You'll see what I mean here in just a second. But you do want to make sure to get the antlers of these and turn them a different color, whitewash if you want. So really easy to put these together. You just add the legs and then the antlers on top, and then they sit up and they're 3D. As you can see, those white ears really stood out. So it's an easy fix. Just took my brown paint to them and painted the ears brown, and then that just left the antlers that whitewashed white color, and I like the contrast. I'm pretty sure my pawpaws, he had the Rudolph red nose and some eyes painted on, but I like the simplicity of these, and so it just reminds me of him. If you see them, grab them. They are a great deal, great quality, fun to paint, and just really cute for Christmas. Definitely check out the Christmas sticker section at Hobby Lobby. I love these little gingerbread houses. They give me so much inspiration, and I absolutely fell in love with these little gingerbread men. They're not paper, they're actually plastic, so you can use these in a lot of different ways. I had some extra spackling left over from our Santa mug, so I didn't want it to go to waste. I had one of these wood scoops in my stash. I'm pretty sure I got it on Amazon. I'll link it down below for you. Just squeezed some of that spackling into the scoop and used a popsicle stick to kind of move it around, make it look a little bit more fluffy with some peaks like it's frosting, and then took one of those gingerbread men and stuck it right down into the spackling. Grabbed back out my mini little sprinkles, added those in there here and there in the frosting, kind of helped to use a little toothpick for the teeny tiny pieces to get those moved around and spaced out evenly. We're going to dress this up a little bit more with some ribbon, just tied a little bitty bow and hot glued that onto the handle. One more cute addition is adding some red and white beads to some jute, hot gluing those end to end together so they would stay together. And then we are going to add some more hot glue into the bottom bead hole, and that's going to help keep the string together, trim off the excess jute, and then we're going to hot glue that stack of beads to the top of the handle. Just an added little piece of addition and embellishment to really dress this up and add some more color. This is another cute piece you could use in your kitchen at Christmas time. Pair it with that Santa mug with all the frosting on the top. You've got a really cute set. So cute in a vignette set in the corner on a shelf or on a tiered tray. Now I'm going to take you along with me on a little experiment. I found these cool snow markers in the crafting section too. I'd never tried them before. They are $7.49, but on sale only $4.50. It says you can use them on wood, fabric, and paper, and basically it's like a paint pen, and you just add it onto whatever you want to add some snowy texture to. So I had these wooden snowflakes, and I just used it to add some of that marker onto here to add some detail. I did find that if you add more, I guess we'll call it ink to it, you're gonna get more of a texture. So the more you use, the more texture you're gonna get. So that's what I kind of tried to do, is make it pretty thick here and there. And then you take a heat gun to this, and I want to show you kind of real time what this looks like. And it's a little bit blurry, but you'll see some of the texture start to magically pop up, and you'll get that snowy frosting effect. So this would be such a fun thing to add to your Christmas cards, your Christmas gift tags, your little extra embellishments that you use for your Christmas village. So get creative with this. This was a fun experiment to try. Definitely will be using this throughout the season for my Christmas crafting. If you can't find this at Hobby Lobby, I did find this on Amazon too, and I'll link it down below for you. Also, I'll try to link all the Hobby Lobby things I'm using down there too, to make it easier for you to find if you want to recreate any of these projects or try them out yourself. In the same area where I found the snow markers, they also have this really cute set of stamps that it also includes your gift tags. It's a fun way to personalize and customize your gift tags, and I am loving it. $9.99 originally, but on sale only $6. We're gonna spend that probably at least on gift tags. Why not make them custom and make them your own? So we're gonna be using some felt brush markers instead of stamp pads for this to make them really custom, and also some Christmas colored twine. You can find this at Hobby Lobby as well too. It retails for $4.49, but on sale they're only $2.69, so a great deal on these. I use these all year long for Valentine's Day, 4th of July, but obviously the green and the red and green is perfect for Christmas time too. So the idea behind this is just use those felt markers in place of a stamp pad. It gives you more flexibility to add different colors and multiple colors to one stamp before stamping it, and then you get that multicolored effect. I'm just using the red and green, which is what was on the fronts of these stamps, but you get creative and use whatever colors you want. Just make sure you go kind of quickly so that your ink doesn't have time to dry on your stamp pads before you go to stamp it, and then you're kind of like having to double stamp, which is kind of difficult. This is a fun process. I didn't have that trouble with mine. Hopefully you don't with yours, but here is a side-by-side look of the stamps in addition to what my tags looked like in the end. And then you can, here's a little tip too, I wanted to tell you, this makes it so much easier to clean your stamps. Instead of taking them to the sink, grab out a baby wipe or a wet wipe and just rub them on there, and it cleans off your stamp pads perfectly, and you let them dry and you can use them over and over again. Now here's where you can personalize it even further using that Christmas twine if you want to, or you can also use ribbon to add to the holes of your tags and just use them to hang off your gift bags, tape them onto the tops of your Christmas presents. Of course, you'd want to flip them over to the back side and add your to and from, but the front side obviously looks so cute, and love it. So fun, great project. You can even do this with little ones. Also love that Hobby Lobby has tons of different fun jingle bells in different colors, different styles. And I also have a video, if you haven't seen it yet, I will link it down below for you. 10 different ways to use jingle bells in your crafting. So that would be a great video to head over and watch next. But I also found these really popular on-trend antique jingle bells. They retail for $8.49, but on sale they are only $5.10. We're gonna update them a little bit. I love this metallic gilding polish. These are a little bit too bright of gold for me. I really wanted more of a toned down look. So I'm going to show you an easy way to kind of update these if you're not fond of the bright gold color like I was not. This is such a fun way to update them with this polish. I'm just using a foam paintbrush, and we're going to apply it onto these bells. You don't want to forget the little handle or knob at the top there. Any part of the metal you want to make sure to get some of that polish onto. and just brush this on there. It's really quick and easy to do. It dries quickly too, and it just tones it down and gives it more of an antique look. You also want to make sure not to forget the ringer in the bottom and also around the inside edge, so some of that high polished gold doesn't poke and peek through. But here is a side-by-side before and after. It's a subtle change, but it definitely tones it down. If you like the brighter gold, obviously you don't have to do this, but this is going to match my Christmas decor much better. Hobby Lobby also had a bigger size, so if you want to use this for some other decor, you have some options on sizing. I thought this was so genius. So many crafters kind of create their own. This way you don't have to. These cute little beaded snowmen, $11.99 retails, but on sale they're only $7.20. Worth the price to save you some time crafting. We're gonna make a beaded garland with this, adding our snowman beads on there first, and then kind of adding some of the red beads. And I also had some larger red beads I am mixing in here in between, and we're going to put another snowman on the other end, so you can add as many red beads to the middle as you want to make it as long as you want. And then once we have both of our snowman sets of beads on the end, we're going to start making a tassel that'll go on each end too. To do that, I'm using about a 4-inch size wood piece and just wrapping some red and white twine around this about 25 times. Once I finish wrapping, I'm going to gently scooch this off of that wood piece, and we are going to then take a longer piece of string and feed it through the center there of those loops. Tie that at the top to keep those loops together. Lay your bundle on top of another piece of string, wrap the top of our tassel a few times, tie a knot in that, and then take your scissors and trim off the bottom through those loops to make it fringy on the bottom. Then you can just take the ends of this and just tie the ends together so that then your tassel stays on the end of one snowman. Go ahead and repeat this process, make a second tassel, and then attach it onto the other end. This gives you a really cute beaded garland. You can also just not make a garland at all and turn these guys into individual ornaments, which I really think would be cute too, but these would be cute for a side table or a tiered tray. You can also find Christmas-themed recipe cards over in the Christmas crafting section, regularly $4.99 on sale. They're only $2.99. Love that. We're gonna make a recipe card holder. This is a frame I found at Dollar Tree. We're gonna take it apart a little bit, leave that clip on the front. We're gonna grab out our flexible cutting mats from Dollar Tree again, and take the stand off the back of our window. And we're gonna add the cutting mat to the back of this to give our window sort of a frosted look. So we're gonna lay our frame on the cutting mat, draw the outline of that, and then cut the shape out with some scissors. Then we're going to take our hot glue and run that around the outside edge of the window, line straight up the center, and then add the frosty matte side of our cutting mat to the back of this window. Press that down, let it cool. You can see we have a pretty frosted look now. We need to reattach the stand onto the back, just easily doing that with some hot glue, attaching it right where we pulled it off the first time around. Now we're gonna give this more of a Christmassy look, adding some fir needle stems right at the top of our clip. I had some berries from a Dollar Tree stem. I'm adding those and hot gluing those to the center where those two met. And then just, of course, you wanna write out your recipe on your Hobby Lobby recipe card, or use a recipe that you already have, maybe one that's been passed down. This is a great way to just clip this on there, set it up on your countertop. Keep it handy but clean while you're cooking or baking, and it also is super cute as a decorative piece in your kitchen too. Absolutely fell in love with this giant wooden nutcracker. He is nearly 4 feet tall. $12.99, but on sale only $7.79. I did buy him, but I didn't get around to decorating him for this video. I hope to do that on my Instagram. So if you're not following me over there, head over to Instagram at TheCozyChristmasCottage, and I will post a video of how I decorate that in the future. Here are some more items in the Hobby Lobby crafting section that I thought were worth posting and mentioning because they are at great prices, kits that are already together pretty much, or items that I thought were fun and would be something fun to do with kiddos, something fun to just work on yourself in your craft room, use for decor, use for your gifts, use for your Christmas tree, and things that I thought would be fun for you all, my Christmas crew, to enjoy crafting this holiday season. Let me know down in the comments below, what is your favorite thing to craft during the holiday season? Is it paper crafting, your gifts, your Christmas cards? I would love to know. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today, and I want to wish you all a very happy holiday.